How's it going, YouTube? So this is Nick and my GTI Golf. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the, or at least a short review on the turbo inlet pipe that I have installed about 3 weeks ago. I got it from Euro Auto Trader Automotive something or other off of eBay. I figured I'd give it a shot. It was $60 versus the 150 or 200 that ECS has, and it was honestly a really good buy. I was really impressed with it. I think a lot of the issues with finding the cheaper ones are that the lower vacuum hose doesn't have the metal piece that you use to secure the other vacuum line on. Mine actually had that. I will try to provide some pictures later on in the video of that. Sorry, there's a slow truck in front of me. I'm on my way to class right now. But yeah, it went really well. I was surprised to see the actual size of the stock one once I pulled it out and compared the aftermarket one. It was quite a size difference that I wasn't really anticipating. But I'm glad I pulled it out of there. The main reason I did mine, obviously performance. Secondly, my turbo inlet pipe had a huge crack all the way down the housing, so I figured it would be a good idea to replace that. I was doing some research on such, I believe it was on ECS Tuning's website. With a stock base map, nothing done to your car, it'll add about 5 horsepower. And they said with the tune, it'll add about 12 or 15, somewhere in there. And I believe that's true. I wouldn't necessarily say that you get as much or as big of a upper horsepower gain with the turbo. I mean, you kind of run out of air after about 4,300 RPMs, but it does pull a lot stronger up to that point. And you can definitely feel the engine definitely wants to keep going, just the turbo's too small. The low end, it responds a lot better. It hits a lot harder. The torque is a lot more instant. I know that's kind of a weak point on these motors, but that will be for another video. I was really happy with it. I think the biggest complaint I have was actually putting it on the turbo itself, just getting it down there. It was kind of a pain in the butt getting it off, or the stock one off, and then putting it on. You just kind of have to do some research as far as doing it the right way to kind of save yourself some time. I read a lot of reviews on it. There was a guy that took like 20 hours, and there was a guy that took about an hour. It took me about an hour and a half. I'm pretty mechanically inclined, but there was a coolant line that you do have to kind of bend a little bit out of the way. That way you can get the bigger size diameter hose down in the hole. You know, these weren't really designed to have that shoved down in there, but we do it because we like to go fast. If you are unsure of if you should do it or not, and you're not sure if you want to spend the $200 on a ECS or those other higher end brands, I have no issues with running the eBay one, just because of the fact that it's a good quality. I mean, it's a 5-ply. It's a really stiff pipe, so I haven't had any issues with it splitting or breaking or even wanting to come off of the turbo inlet itself. You know, I was really honestly impressed with the quality of it, being at a $62 part. So I would honestly highly recommend doing it. It's a good, easy mod that allows your engine to breathe a lot better. Going back to some of the kind of the performance gains, my mid-range power, that's kind of really where it came alive. You know, first and second gear, they kind of wind out pretty quick, but third gear, the mid-range power was really nice. It actually was a very noticeable gain all the way throughout, but mostly in the mid-range power. I'm going to say probably between about 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs. It was really nice. Yeah, so that's my review on the turbo inlet pipe, and I will post some pictures in the video towards the end. Yeah, have a good day, guys. Later.